So let's talk about defunding the police. My name is Nate Broady, lawyer, former law enforcement officer, and let's talk about what does it mean to want to defund the police. See, defund the police is a slogan. It's a slogan that when you're marching in the streets and protesting, it's something easy to say. Defund the police, right? It's similar to no justice, no peace. Easy to say, easy to chant, get your point across in a very, very few words. Now, there's a difference between abolish the police or get rid of the police and defund the police. Those two things are different. See, if you talk to conservatives, they want to defund things all the time. They actually want to defund the federal government by cutting taxes. If you ever talk to a conservative, they'll always tell you, cut taxes, cut taxes, cut taxes. That's defunding the government. Now, defunding the government by cutting taxes is not abolishing the government, right? If you said you want to defund the government, that means that you have to abolish the government. No, we know that's an idiotic statement. But propaganda machines like Fox News, that's what they're doing. They're equating defund the police with abolishing the police. Listen to how dishonest this reporter is when they ask the question to New Yorkers.
With all the issues that's going on, some people have said we should defund the police department. Should we get rid of the police department? So we should keep the police department or defund the police department?
You see what I mean? You can't have a conversation with someone who's being so dishonest. So what does it mean to defund the police? Or even the federal government? Well, it means reallocating resources. Now, from what I'm understanding, there are two main proposals. One is an overall reduction in the police budget. This means not purchasing military-grade equipment to use on civilians, the reduction in the amount of officers, etc. Defunding how much money we spend on policing. The second thing it also means is reallocating those funds that you've taken from the police department to put to other services, like prevention. For instance, community centers, mental health facilities, those type of things. Then we're also talking about changing what police respond to. There are a lot of non-criminal interventions, which is pretty much the majority of police work. For instance, if you get a call that there's a homeless person sleeping in the streets, maybe you don't want to send an officer, maybe you'd want to send someone else who's more qualified to deal with people in that situation. And there are so many non-criminal interventions that the police do every day. Maybe allocating those resources to someone who's more qualified to handle those non-criminal interventions. Now, conservatives like to play the word game, like we just saw on Fox News.
With all the issues that's going on, some people have said we should defund the police department. Should we get rid of the police department?
But I think it's a good thing to evaluate how law enforcement is funded and how best to allocate our resources, if we can do it better. Abolishing the police department and law enforcement makes no sense. But rethinking policing is what we're talking about. Now, I think this conversation needs to be had. But if the person who's opposing this is going to dishonestly say our position is abolishing the police force, then we can't have a conversation. A lot of people just ask me, what do I believe about defunding the police? I think defunding the police is a slogan. I think reforming the police department is the policy. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you agree or disagree? Do you think defunding the police means abolishing the police? Do you think we should put more money into police? Or do you think we should start thinking about a better way of policing? Whatever we got now, it's not working. As always, leave your comments in the comment section. My name is Nate, lawyer, YouTuber, and I'm going to check you later. Peace.